In 2026, if your personal finances, business, taxes, and residency are all tied to just one country, I have bad news for you. Today, I want to tell you about the 5 flags, a business concept that will allow you to diversify your finances and build an invulnerable business structure. My name is Sveta Jeremesh, and I am the managing partner of the company Forma Flaga. We specialize in international business architecture. What does that mean? Let me explain it to you in more detail now. Let's speak frankly. Most founders in most cases choose a country simply because it's comfortable to live in, but that's not how business works. So now, let's talk in more detail about the theory of the 5 flags. The first flag. Now let's talk about citizenship or residency. You should always have a plan B, and not just a plan B. I would even mention the rest of the alphabet because the world is changing, and thanks to having the right documents, you can plan your tax residency and more with greater flexibility. So let's smoothly move on to the second flag. This is precisely your tax residency. And right now, I'm not talking about tax benefits or how to avoid paying dividends. I'm talking about a specific, loyal, and flexible structure tailored to your business. Flag 3. Here, we're talking about business and the contractors you work with. What do I mean by that? Naturally, if you plan to open a business in the US or in Europe, these are 2 different business structures with different tax optimization strategies. And of course, in our company, we help optimize things according to your specific situation. Flag 4. We've recorded a separate, detailed video about banks and banking compliance, but very briefly, the location of the business and the business's bank account do not always coincide within the same jurisdiction. That's why this is a point that requires special attention. Flag 5. Here we're talking about intellectual property rights, including in the digital environment. So, we suggest bringing together all 5 flags in order to build your business architecture, so that you become the architect of your own business. I want to emphasize that the flag system is not about tax evasion. It's about risk planning and scaling your business. At our company, Forma Flaga, we help you assemble your business architecture if it's fragmented, help you scale, or for example, if you're starting from scratch. So, pay attention. If you're starting from scratch, the best solution is to do everything right from the very beginning. I've just talked about the 5 flags, and perhaps it's not clear to everyone how this works in practice. But let's briefly discuss one case involving my client. We won't name the company. I'll just mention that their tax residency was in the United Arab Emirates. The client was planning to enter the European market. Naturally, we began analyzing which countries would be suitable for his type of business, tax residency, and most importantly, the founder's personal residency. In this case, we chose the Portugal program on Madeira. We also suggested, for example, the program in the Azores. By the way, we also have a video recorded on this topic. Go ahead, watch it, and leave your comments. So, in this very brief example of a single case, you can see how tax residency works, how to properly choose a jurisdiction, how to select a business structure, and how to scale a business. Now I recall another recent case that I can also briefly share. For example, this is a company that has contractors in the US, operates in Europe, and partially holds its funds in Asia. For those who have been immersed in the business world for a long time, you know not only about tax optimization, but also about legal costs in case of disputes. That's why we've also received requests related to this issue. We would be very interested if you could share how you have solved your business challenges and whether you use the flag system. Leave your comments below.